So this is a quick tutorial that will show you how to connect your Social Presenter Live meeting room to your Facebook account so that you can broadcast both your voice as well as your PowerPoint slides in Present Slides. I'll show you these steps as quickly as I can. And by the way, all the links that you need to access the setup steps are going to be provided on the same page that you access to watch this recorded presentation. Okay, very first thing that you need to do is go to the host control panel, and there are a couple of ways to do that. If you're logged into the meeting room, you can simply click Meeting Tools and then select Host Control Panel from the menu. Okay, I've already logged into the host control panel, and once you're logged in, all you need to do then is go over to the Profile tab and then scroll down until you see Facebook Live Streaming. And this area allows you to broadcast your presentations directly to your Facebook page. And for instructions on how to prepare your Facebook Live for streaming, you'll just simply click here, and then again, that loaded the page that gave you access to this recorded presentation. All right, so the very first thing we need to do is get a Facebook application ID and a Facebook application secret key. To do that, you go log in to your Facebook developers area. Now, there's a link to that in the page that gives you access to this recorded presentation. Please keep in mind that logging into Facebook as you normally would is not the correct area. You must log into the Facebook for Developers, and if you have a Facebook account, then you have a Facebook for Developers account as well. And once you're logged in, using the same exact username and password, by the way, that you log into your normal Facebook account, once you're logged in, you'll see this blue button right above the green button, and you'll simply click Create App. Very first thing you'll want to do is create a name for this app. And for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm just going to create a name, SPL Demo. Okay, SPL Demo. And then I've got my email address already in there. And then if you plan on marketing the recorded streams that you broadcast to Facebook, if you plan on repurposing those or boosting those posts, then this information might be relevant to you. You might want it to do a presentation for entertainment purposes or for education purposes or simply just for business. So I'll just choose business, doesn't really matter. And then you simply click Create App ID. Next thing you want to do is type the code that you can see right here. Now, sometimes I like to click this little link that allows me to locate one that's a little easier to interpret. I believe I'll be okay with that one. So I'll go ahead and type these letters. And hopefully that will be correct. Click Submit. You can see it didn't match. Let me try this again. How embarrassing. You know what? I'm not able to make that out, what that is. So I'll try another one. And I should be okay with that one. If that's a B, we should be okay here. I've created this tutorial many times, and I haven't a single time have I ever run into this exact situation. I just happen to type it correctly every time, and so there we go. Okay, so you can see that live user error is in fact possible, but it only takes a few seconds, and then Facebook will then return us back to this particular page. Step 2 in the process is to go over to the settings area and then go to Add Platform and choose Website. Okay. Next, you're going to want to grab the link from the same page that gave you access to this recorded presentation. You want to then paste that link. Excuse me, it's not this one. It's not this one. The actual link is going to be I just happen to have memorized that because I've created so many of these tutorials. But it's best that you copy that link from the page that gives you access to the setup tutorial and paste it here, because it's very important that you have the HTTPS as well as even the / at the end of this string here. So it's socialpresenterlive.com/FB, and then you simply click the Save Changes button, just like that. Okay, and step 2 is to then go to App Review and click this box, which will change this to yes, to make your app live and available to the public. Okay, next step in step 3 is going to be to come back here to settings, and this is where we will want to copy the app ID, highlight and copy only that. Now, some mistakes that we have made in creating this this technology and creating this tutorial for that matter is we highlight too much like that. Okay, that's not correct. You just want to highlight only the app ID, copy it, and then go back over to the control panel, and we're going to paste that in the Facebook application ID field. We're going to repeat that process now for the secret key, and you have to click this show button, and you have to highlight that and copy, come back over and paste that into the secret key, and then click on the Save Facebook Settings button just like that. And let's scroll down and make sure that they were saved, and you can see that they were saved correctly. All right. So we have that set up. Now, a very, very important part of the setup process, and again, this is just a one-time setup process that you'll go through, and so all your subsequent meetings that you want to broadcast or stream to Facebook, you will not need to go through any of these steps. Okay, the first time that you do this, however, you need to go and clear the browser cache and history, and by doing so it effectively will log you out of Facebook, and it will log you out of even the developer's Facebook area, and that's very, very important for the authentication process to take place. So rather than log out manually here, and then of course manually log out of the control panel, and then manually log out of the meeting room, it's easiest if you just go to history and just clear the browsing data, just like I'm doing right now. Clear that browser history, and then I'm going to proceed to close some tabs once that is finished. It usually doesn't take that much time, but I can just go ahead and close these tabs just like this when I'm ready. Okay, so it's finished with clearing that. Now I effectively need to refresh and re-log in to the meeting room. So I'm going to reload that. I'm going to log back into my meeting room. Now, in order to broadcast to Facebook, Facebook requires that there is an audio stream. If I was to start broadcasting live, and by the way, to do that, you'll notice this little icon that you see down here in the lower right-hand corner. If I was to click that now, you would see this message that says Facebook Live requires that you broadcast your voice first. Okay, so I need to now click the Talk Hands Free button, and of course click the Allow button right here. All right, now it's important that my microphone is detecting sufficient volume. How do I know that? Because as I'm talking, you can see the LEDs are appearing under the talk button, indicating that sufficient volume is being detected from my microphone. That's very important. Next is going to be to go to Meeting Tools and go to Present Slides. And next is to select one of the presentations that you'd like to show. Okay, and then to be able to broadcast to Facebook, all you have to do is then click this button right here, which will then change. And the very first, I'm going to preface the next steps by letting you know that when you're broadcasting live, this will be an animated icon, as you'll see in just a moment. The very first time that you broadcast to Facebook, it has to authenticate with the meeting room. And you'll see that in just a moment. So I'll go ahead and click this button right here, and it will say on the message, to begin streaming your presentation live on Facebook, please make sure that you have configured your Facebook application settings in the profile area of your host control panel, and that's what we have just done. Okay, so to click this button to start streaming on Facebook is now going to require that I log into Facebook to my account. Again, just one time I'm going to do this. And after I click log in, it's going to present me with this screen. Okay, and I need to log in and just continue as Tom by clicking the blue button. Now, When I start broadcasting my stream, I have several options. Do I want the stream to default to broadcast only to my friends, or default to the public, or any of the other options, or do you want it to default to only me? I'm going to suggest that you choose only to you, and I'll show that to you and the reason why in just a moment. So only to me, and then I click OK, just like this. It will then close the Facebook page, and now I am essentially broadcasting live to my Facebook page, and anyone who is following me on Facebook is going to be able to be notified and see that I am broadcasting live. Okay. However, you just noticed a moment ago that I chose the only me option. So in this case, no one is going to see that I'm actually broadcasting this particular slide. Okay, no one is going to hear my voice because I have chosen only me. Now I'm going to go ahead and open up Facebook. I'm going to log in. I've actually already logged in there. And you can see that I am broadcasting, but if I place my mouse over this little icon right here, it says to only me. All right. So the fact that I come over here and I just click through a few slides. Now there is about a 8 to 10 second delay on Facebook, but those watching the stream will have no idea about that particular delay. They'll have no idea whatsoever. Okay. Because everything is in perfect synchronization. Everything that I say as I'm clicking through the slides, which one is right for you? Okay, so I'll click right here to bring this up. Now, anyone who's watching the stream is going to see the slides and is going to hear the audio exactly as I said it in perfect synchronization. Okay. So this is perfectly synchronized, and all they have to do is type a comment right here. They can like the presentation and things like that. Anything that they would like to do. All right, and to close that, they simply close that button down, and it will just show the last slide that they saw here. I believe that's how Facebook renders the previews. So I'll just go ahead and click through a couple of slides there like that, and I'll come back over here. And you can see that, so this is just showing just a preview of what's going on, but it's not going to display or play the audio until the person on Facebook clicks on the stream, and that's how they'll be able to then play that. Okay. Now, the reason why I indicated that by default you should choose for your app to show only to you is because you may want to go through some setup steps first and make sure that everything is working fine with your microphone and things like that. And then when you're ready to broadcast this stream live, so right now I'm speaking into my microphone. Right now I've chosen present slides, and I've got my slides queued up, ready to go. In fact, I could come back over here and say, I don't want to start here. I want to start back over on this slide. Okay, so when I'm ready, all I need to do then is just come over to click this little icon right here, and you'll see in just a second this will update. And show you, so you can see what I just did there. You see a little bit of the delay factor. You click this little icon and you'll choose public, just like that. Okay, I'm not going to do that, but if I was to choose public, then all of my friends would be notified that I am broadcasting live, and they would be able to then see that and interact with that stream. Okay, when I'm ready to stop broadcasting, all I have to do is click this button right here to stop broadcasting. Okay, let's go back over to Facebook, and you'll be able to see that this will be updated. Now, depending on the length of the stream, Facebook then takes a few minutes to then prepare that presentation in recorded format so that that's available, so people can watch that and further comment on that particular post, on that particular live recorded stream. They can then share that stream and all of the things that are available to them through Facebook. Okay, so if I was to click on this right now, well, Facebook is actually preparing this right now. So it's not a live stream anymore because I have turned off that. And of course, I can turn off my talk button as well. There's really no reason for me to be broadcasting there either. But I can then come back over here to Facebook anytime I want to and delete that test presentation, just like that. Okay? And that is now gone. So coming back to the meeting room, that is how you start a broadcast on Facebook. And just for demonstrative purposes, I'll go ahead and start broadcasting once again. So again, click that talk button. Click, you know what, let's just advance to some slides further in the slide deck. Let's go to this one right here. Join with the free meeting app, and I'll click live just like that and stream. And coming back over here, I'll give it just a couple of seconds, a few more seconds, and then I'll hit the home button right here, and it will update as soon as that stream is live on Facebook. I'll just keep clicking home here, and it takes generally 10, sometimes 15 seconds for that to get updated, and you'll be able to see that there's a live stream happening right here. There it is. Okay. And so this is live now, but again, only I can see this. No one else on my Facebook account can see this. And of course, if I start then clicking through the slides like this, and I'll end with visually engage, come back over to here, and you can see the delay. It'll start here in a few seconds, just like that. So this is a live stream. In order to hear my voice, they would have to click on that to then begin hearing my voice. I'm hearing my own voice come back through my I'm hearing that come right now back through my headset. So, and now to stop the broadcast, simply come back over here, click on this icon, and turn off your voice. And you can simply log out of your meeting room or do anything that you'd like to. But essentially, I've stopped the broadcast right now. Okay, and I can go ahead and just click and delete that post just like that. And we're done. I thank you so much for watching this presentation, and happy streaming to Facebook. Have a great day.